Yo, what's going on? What's happening? I seen a short a couple of days on Benny the Butcher. The rapper that's, well, I think he signed to Def Jam now, but he used to be signed to Griselda Records. Griselda Records, the main artist that is, consists of Westside Guns, Conway the Machine, and Benny the Butcher. All three of them are related. You know what I'm saying? Conway the Machine is the brother of Westside Guns, and Benny the Butcher is the cousin of Westside Guns and Conway the Machine, if I'm not mistaken. You know, so anyway, Benny the Butcher put out this short stating that hip hop is soft now because nerds run it. And he said at one point in time, hip hop was at its peak or at its top. And of course, I'm paraphrasing, you know what I'm saying? It was at its top when, you know, it was ran by the streets. And he kept on going on for like a minute of how, you know what I'm saying, hip hop is not the same because the nerds are running it and we need to take it back to the streets. And my response to that is this. The streets ain't never ran hip hop. The only thing the streets ran is away from the cops. That's it. That's the only thing street dudes do is run away from the cops. They never ran hip hop. They don't run anything when it comes to hip hop. Nothing at all. That's real talk. I'm going to tell you who really runs hip hop. Say it along with me. Melanin recessive men. That's who run hip hop. Capitol Records, Sony, Epic, the list goes on of record labels that's owned and ran by melanin recessive men. Straight up. The streets ain't never had the money to run anything. Like, let's just be real. Since you saying since you want to talk about who's running hip hop, when has it ever been where the streets paid for, real talk, studio time in order to produce an album? When has it ever been a time where the streets paid for a payola when it came to the radio stations playing the hip hop artist record? When did the streets ever pay for videos, music videos to be produced? I mean, I could go on with this. The streets don't run nothing. The only thing the streets do is run their mouth and run away from cops. That's all they do. Real talk. I just don't understand people like Benny the Butcher. I just don't get it. But then again, I do. Because you said, this is what you stated. You said that the streets don't run it anymore, that the nerds run it. Yeah, smart people. You want to downplay smart people. Like, even if I were to take what you're saying to be true, real talk, you know what I'm saying? Like the nerds run it and this and that and so forth. Well, guess what? What you're basically saying is dumb people no longer run hip hop. Smart people do. Because what are nerds? Smart people. Don't nobody want to hear that street shit anymore. And that's real talk. You don't have anything else to talk about besides the streets. Man, I used to be a fan of Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, and Westside Gun. I used to be a fan of theirs. Straight up. I was on it. But then I started to see the redundancy of just every song they put out was all about the streets. I'm like, these niggas ain't got shit else to do but talk about the streets. You got a one-track mind. You can't talk about anything fucking else but the streets. Get the fuck out of here, man. Don't nobody want to hear that shit anymore. That shit is old and played out. And if anyone wants to hear about the streets, to be real with you, they don't want to hear it from a 40-year-old man. Conway the Machine, Westside Guns, Benny the Butcher, y'all in your 40s. I know it. If you're not in your 40s and you're in your late 30s, you're about to turn 40. Don't nobody want to hear that anymore. You can't get upset because you were a failure. You're signed to a major label, and it just didn't work for you. Real talk. And as I'm looking at him, and listen, man, this is my word, man. I don't be on that. I don't be trying to disrespect anyone or nothing like that, but I'm not lying. This is my word. As I'm listening to Benny the Butcher talk, you know, the short that he did about hip hop, I'm looking at him and he got the hat and he got them pork chop sideburns. And the more and more I'm looking at him, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker look just like Snoopy from Charlie Brown. I kid you not. Go back and look at Snoopy. And I'm telling you, Benny the Butcher, the side chops, the sideburns that he got, or the pork chop sideburns that he got, those are the ears of Snoopy. And then the way his face looks, you know what I'm saying? His facial feature, he looked just like Snoopy. This is my word. I'm telling you, go back and look at it. Look at Snoopy from Charlie Brown. This is my word. So I couldn't even take the man serious because he looked like Snoopy from Charlie Brown. I just don't understand it, man. People evolve. People move on. They don't want to hear that street shit anymore. Ain't nobody selling crack grams and cutting up this and cutting up that and all the rest of that shit. That shit is played out. Nobody want to fucking go to jail. People want to make money. People want to be successful. They don't want to fucking go to jail and do a bid and then get out and start rapping about the bid that they did. That shit don't even make sense. Straight up. And I'm gonna go back to what I originally stated. The streets don't run shit when it comes to hip hop. Don't run shit and don't own shit. And it's sad to say, but it's the truth. Melanin recessive man not only run hip hop, but they own it as well. It's sad to say because this is a culture that we created. Black folks did. And we don't own it. And we don't run it. And a lot of the reason why is because we didn't invest in it. We didn't take care of it. Real shit. So when Benny the Butcher comes out and says the things that he's saying, I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, for real, make this shit make sense. Make it make sense. If the streets used to run some shit like hip hop, like this shit it wouldn't be $1 billion industry as we speak. It wouldn't. If the streets ran anything in the very beginning when it came to hip hop, right now, fast forward it, and they were still running it, it'd be a 2-bit hustler. Everybody would be making pennies on the dollar and shit. Real shit. I'm glad that street shit is over, man. I'm glad it's over. You know what? This is real talk. You know what's the reason why I stopped looking at or listening to Griselda records? For real. Not only were they pushing and promoting, you know what I'm saying, doing illegal things. Real shit. But it's this dude that signed, I forgot about that dude. It's this dude that signed the Griselda Records called SD Nack. SD Nack, right? He came out with a video a couple years back called Angel Dior. If you never seen that video, go look it up. He's in a DR in the hood. And he's with Westside Gun. And it's a girl that's dancing on Westside Gun and SD and Nack. Well, not actually on SD and Nack, but he's dancing. She's dancing on Westside Gun, and they're blowing weed up her derriere. And the girl, I'm telling you, this is my word. When you look at the video, it's called SD Nack, and the song's called Angel Dior. The video to it, the girl looks like she's underage, like a motherfucker. And then the kids are in the video, and the little kids got, I don't know whether it's prop guns or real guns. And you know what DR is famous for. Prostitution. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's legal over there. This is where these men go. And they touch little girls as well as boys. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm not being a part of that. I'm not participating in that. I'm not encouraging that. When I saw that in West Side Gun, that girl was dancing that girl was dancing on him. I'm like, yo, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. I'm glad that this street shit is over. I'm glad it's over. I remember when I was young and I was listening to Mobb Deep, you know what I'm saying, and Wu-Tang, and they was talking about the streets and all the rest of that shit. I listened to it and I didn't pay no attention to it, to be real with you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pay attention to the lyrics. I listened to the lyrics, but I didn't pay attention to it. You know what? You know when I started paying attention, to be real with you, to lyrics, I paid attention to it back in the days. Don't get it twisted. But when I really started paying attention to lyrics is when I had children. That's real shit. And I was like, damn, none of this shit, I can never play. There are people that have children and they'll allow their children to listen to old school hip hop, like the golden age or the golden era of hip hop. And I'm like, how? How do you, I can't allow my children to listen to this shit. Wu-Tang Clan was talking about tooting up. Putting dust in blunts and shit. Smoking dusty blunts and shit. Dusted blunts. Putting cocaine inside of blunts and rolling it up. Man, the streets ain't nothing but about sex, drugs, and violence. Ain't nothing positive about that shit. Hell, there's even some songs that, even on the positive hip hop that came out in the 90s, there's some songs that a Tribe Called Quest put out. I'm talking about positive, rap groups like that. The Tribe Called Quest and the likes put out that I wouldn't let my children listen to that shit. I'm glad this shit is over. Straight up. The shit that we going through right now, well, I say at least in America, you know what I'm saying? The shit that people are going through right now. And you talking about rapping, this shit don't even pan out. Like rapping about drugs right about now. Rapping about the streets right about now, Benny the Butcher. The shit that people are going through right now. Really? Straight up. You're out of touch with reality. That's real shit. You're out of touch with reality. Nobody's fucking selling drugs nowadays. You want to know why? Because there's cameras every fucking where. Not just posted up on telephone poles and shit like that, or buildings and shit, but everyone has one on their cell phone. There's cameras every fucking where. Big Brother, that motherfucker ain't no brother to me, but so-called Big Brother is watching every fucking thing. Hoods are being gentrified. I don't hear none of these niggas rapping about how this is crazy. What the fuck? No, seriously, this is my word. I could do this shit all day. I don't hear these street motherfuckers rapping about how contractors, developers, you know what I'm saying, came into their community and tried to gentrify their community or their hoods or their corner, and they ran them out. I don't never hear about Benny the Butcher. I don't never hear Benny the Butcher, West Side Guns, Conway the Machine. And I'm gonna go further. I know y'all ain't gonna like this one because they came out with one of the best albums this year. I know you ain't gonna like it, but the Clips. I don't ever hear about these motherfuckers talking about how, you know what I'm saying, they tried to gentrify my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, and put a Trader Joe, a Target, a Whole Foods, a Starbucks up, but we weren't having it, and we ran them up out of there. I don't never hear that from the streets. Straight up. But what I do hear is every fucking Thanksgiving, y'all handing out fucking turkeys. Like really, that's the only thing y'all motherfuckers do. You get back to the community, you handing out turkeys and shit. And then every Christmas, you then buying bikes and handing out fucking bikes to the kids. Like these niggas could eat fucking bikes. Fuck out of here, man. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. I'm glad that that hip hop is dead. I'm glad. I'm glad that y'all ain't making no money. And I know some of you all are going to say, man, you a hater. No, I'm not. I'd rather for the culture that was positive, that had a positive message. I'd rather for the culture to die out than for it to move forward to the point where I can't even recognize it anymore. I don't know what the fuck these people doing anymore. For real, aside from the street shit, I don't know what these people are doing. What are you rapping or are you fucking singing? Real shit. Y'all allow Kodak Black to do the electric slide. He can't do no evil. Oh yeah, he's putting out good music and shit like that. He's a cokehead. Every time I see him, he nodding shit. Either he a cokehead or he on some heroin, something. But it's okay. Because he putting out music you all like. Fuck out of here, man. This shit crazy to me, man. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? If any music should be, if anyone should put out any type of music these days, it should be revolutionary. Excuse me. It should encourage people to grow their own food. It should encourage people to come back as a community, to form a real community where we collectively work together. It should teach the kids, the youth, entrepreneurship. The music these days should be all about being independent and not dependent on this melanin recessive man, because he don't give a fuck about you. That's the type of music that our artists should be making. But that's not the type of music that they're making. You want to know why? Because the melanin recessive man runs hip hop. So stop getting an attitude with other artists when they put out garbage, because it has to go through the system. It has to go through the melanin recessive man, his round table. They have to approve it. Black folks or black artists don't have the money in order to support their project. They don't. Black people don't have a marketing and advertising team. They don't. Not only do they don't have one, but they can't afford to have one. They can't afford it. They don't have the resources. But the melanin recessive man does. So therefore, he gets to dictate what our rap artists put out. So don't get upset when you hear nothing but, I shoot you, I kill you, this, that. Know that there's a melanin recessive man that sits behind the curtain that's orchestrating this whole shit, that's telling these black artists what to rap about and what single to put out. That's real shit. And Benny the Butcher, I don't think he's stupid. I think he knows this shit. I think what he's trying to do, I think what he's doing is trolling. He trolling and trying to motherfucking, he trying to go viral or some shit. He probably put out some project, it did a dud like Joey Badass shit. And now he trying to do whatever it takes in order to get some numbers up. That's it. And that Joey Badass project was horrible. Like I've been told y'all a long time ago, the true star, the real person that was supposed to come out, you know what I'm saying? And be a motivation to hip hop and taking hip hop to another level. That rapper that was supposed to come out wasn't Joey Badass. It was his friend that jumped off the fucking building and when they found him, he had a Bible in his hand. It was capital Steez, not Joey Badass. But they wanted Joey Badass because they knew that Joey Badass was a do-boy. And that Capital Steez was that controversial person. That he wasn't going to just rap about any and everything or whatever have you. But Joey will. I don't respect none of these artists. Real shit. None of them. They all do boys. And that's real talk. So, it is what it is. Other than that, my name is Langston 2092. Out.